Another fantastic episode of This Week in Reselling. And we're joined today by none other than Frizzy Finds.
So cool.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, we had a great podcast.
Oh my
I hit the thing again.
God.
We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Why do I continue to come back here every week?
This is
We're good.
his first
Why?
time running a
We're good.
podcast.
We're good.
Is this
We're
just
good.
the magic of live television?
The magic
Yeah.
of live television, ladies and gentlemen. But we're here
No
with Frizzy
editing.
Finds.
Magic.
No
of-
editing. No editing. What did I forgot to ask this on the other episode? Frizzy Finds. Tell us about the name. Lizzie, is this just like your nickname?
It is a nickname that, yes.
Yes.
Frizzy is a nickname that only his friends call me. So none of my friends,
Oh, okay.
none of my family. It's just his friends.
If you knew Lizzie like I knew Lizzie, Frizzy would make sense.
Back in the day, Frizzy was a Frizzy.
How long have you guys been together?
10 years.
10 years.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, she was just trying to get free drinks off some bro, and I just happened to be that bro. And
It'd be like
years
that.
later.
something about this just happened to be irresistible. So
It was the
she
drinks.
was actually living in Indianapolis, and I was living in Florida. And
Whoa.
she would travel to Florida for work, and then hit up Tinder just to have some bro buy her drinks.
Yep.
And I was like, well, I'll buy
That's a
this
good
chick
strategy.
drinks. She's cute. And
Good strategy.
yeah, and now she just keeps following me.
Yeah.
See, when I try that, I buy
drinks. That's why.
when I buy drinks, they be like, "Hey, bye." I'm like, "Oh, all right."
I always wonder, like, if I was a eligible bachelorette, I guess, I would be going on dates every weekend. Like, who's going to take me on a date this weekend? Buy me dinner, buy me drinks.
Yeah.
All I got to do is bat my eyebrows a little bit.
I buy
bat
my own
eyelashes.
dinner. I buy my own drinks. Thank you very much.
There you go.
I'm saying I would let
Yeah.
people buy me drinks.
Nah.
No.
you
Nah.
know?
I ain't got time for that. Maybe it's the point in life I'm at. I don't know, but I don't have time for that. I get my own dinner. I get my own drinks. I buy my own stuff. I got my own car.
Feel like
What
that's
is
a
it Jennifer
song
Lopez
somewhere.
sings? I got that.
Yeah. Jenny from the block. Got Kristen from the
Country.
from the
Farm.
block. The farm.
Yeah.
Right?
In the Nut Hut.
Yeah.
From the nut hut.
Oh, that's funny. Yep.
Yeah. So
You would go on dates every weekend.
why not? That's a free
Yeah, I
that's a
mean-
free
Would.
meal.
Based
That-
upon my financial contribution, it's a good deal.
that's too much work, man. I don't know.
I
It's
think
just too much work.
it was more of like I didn't want to drink alone, so I just
Aw. Now it sounds
Found
sad.
other people to drink. It was very sad. It was very sad.
So she was still living in Indianapolis, and I was in Florida. And then I've been to all the baseball. I've seen every baseball team at home.
Oh,
So-
that's
Oh,
amazing.
I was
dope. That's dope.
So I was at a point where I had to cross off Cincinnati, and my buddy is a huge Reds fan, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to go to Cincinnati?" My aunt also lives in Indianapolis, and I was going to stay with her, and then we were going to drive to Cincinnati. So I was like, "Oh, I have a friend in Indy. I'll hang out with her, and you can visit with your aunt." And then within 6 months, she was moving to Florida.
Wow. That's awesome.
But she was
Those
slowly
must have
following
been some
me
strong
around.
drinks.
Right?
Yeah,
Good drinks.
it
Good
worked
drinks.
out.
And you guys are in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Is it just because of your job, John, or just
No, so my sister married a guy from North Carolina because I'm from Buffalo originally. So my sister married a guy from North Carolina and moved to North Carolina. We were trying to get my parents to come to Florida, and they're like, "We are not. We're not going to Florida." So they moved to North Carolina, and then her family's all in Indy. So we were just like, Florida was getting really crowded and it's just too much
It was really busy. Yeah.
and expensive.
And
So
expensive.
we came up to North Carolina. And that was what,
For
5 or
family,
6 years
yeah.
ago. Yeah.
How long did it
Nice.
take you to
Sometimes you're
see
in
all
India.
How long did it take you to see all the teams at home?
So when I like really kind of focused on it, it was like 3 or 4 years, because
Okay.
you can cross them off in clumps, except
Yeah.
for the random standalones, right? Like Seattle's tricky, but I did a week trip to California where we flew into San Francisco and then flew out of San Diego and just like hit them on the way down. So
Okay.
some of them are easier to just kind of chop off.
Right.
So are you going to the 2 new stadiums that are being played this year in Sacramento, and then the one that the Tampa Bay Rays are playing in?
Yeah. So
Well, you've been to the Rays.
I've been
But
to that.
they had to
spring
relocate because
training.
their dome got
Yeah.
destroyed by the hurricane. So
Yeah, we'll asterisk those and probably let
Yeah.
those slide. I don't have a burning desire to go to Sacramento. No offense to anybody in Sacramento.
great, we just lost everybody from Sacramento.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Mark
right.
that off the list.
Lost-
There goes
lost 7
Sacramento.
people.
Right. Shout out to if you're write down the comments if you're from Sacramento. But we alluded to last episode that you got kicked off of Depop. Brendan's already been kicked off of Depop from selling fake Victoria's Secret perfume.
That wasn't even fake.
I believe you. I believe you.
And lotions, like who's like? Why am I
Lotion.
gonna sell fake? Why would I sell fake lotion? Like, why?
Yeah.
Who don't, that's
Is
not
that
a
a
thing.
thing?
No.
So I think with Depop doesn't like resellers, and if they get a hint of you being a reseller, they don't care. They'll kick you off because
But where do you think all the clothes? Where do they think all the clothes is coming from?
Yeah. Same
they
news for
want
us.
you, like in their terms of service, you have to have a receipt of purchase from the actual retailer store to prove that it's authentic.
Nobody has. I mean, they do.
Nobody
but
has that.
Nobody,
Nobody has that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So does
My
a
daughter
thrift
does
store
really well
receipt?
on Depop.
Does a thrift store
Well,
receipt
we're just
count
bitter.
as
We
a-
liked it. But I tried. Yeah, I would. Yeah, a thrift store does not work. No, unfortunately, it does not.
Did they
I
say
didn't
that?
know
And
that.
yeah,
Mhm.
and the thrift store doesn't work, or a receipt, and then also a third party authentication doesn't work either.
And they got, but they gotta be. I mean, they gotta know there's resellers on there because they're expanding their categories. Like they got hard goods on there. They got electronics on there. They got all kinds of stuff on there now. It's not like just
Mhm.
clothes. So it's no way they don't know. So if you
Hmm.
see
But
the
we did-
Depop, bring me back. We need to run this back.
Mhm.
Yeah, bring me back on. And Frizzy Finds.
we-
We need to get back on there
We
too.
did try, yeah, right. Bring us back. We did try to make another account, but we were
Yeah.
at my parents' house.
I did that too.
Yeah, we were at my parents' house in Indianapolis, and then we used their IP address and
Yeah.
signed up for Depop there. But as soon as we came back to Greensboro, we got
Yeah.
blocked.
Yeah.
And we
Oh,
sold
really?
something that first night.
Yeah.
We were so excited.
Yeah, we
we were
sold
like, "We're
something.
back, baby!"
Oh no, they shut my second account down in like a half an hour.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah, it was quick.
And we even like got a VPN to try to trick it, and it.
Yeah. Dang.
And then they canceled our account for a second time, and then yelled at us for not shipping the
Yeah.
item,
They kicked us out.
even
and
though
then,
we couldn't get back
We
in.
couldn't
Makes no sense. No sense.
That's
So what
that
was-
doesn't seem fair.
Yeah. What was the reasoning you got kicked off?
inauthentic. I had some Gucci boots that I had found in the bins, and I had them third-party authenticated from Real Authentication that I've used before. And yeah, they said that they weren't
They don't-
authentic.
They
and
need the
couldn't
original
accept-
receipt.
Yeah, and they needed the original receipt of purchase.
They couldn't just you couldn't just like taking them down and be like, okay, I'm sorry, I don't have it. We'll just take this item up.
Well, they had yelled at us once before for trying to sell a fake WNBA jersey,
Yeah.
and this was even pre Caitlin Clark, so it was even like
WNBA
pre
jersey.
like the WNBA popularity.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're not selling fake WNBA jerseys. And then, so that was our strike. And
Who's
then,
making fake WNBA
Nobody.
jerseys?
Nobody. Maybe now
then
they
the
probably
good-
are.
Now they are.
No, yeah, this was pre Caitlin Clark, and then the Gucci boots. So we were just selling bootlegs, I guess.
Huh.
And the first one we ignored
Depop.
because we laughed at it, like, okay, we're not
Yeah.
selling a fake WNBA jersey, like whatever.
It's like
And
by their
then-
logic. I was gonna say by their logic, if you have something used, you're not gonna have the retail receipt for it. Like,
Mhm.
Right.
you know,
Mhm.
doesn't make any
Which is
sense.
going to be hard if you like they want you to be your own closet. Like my daughter, she listed 9 things on a Tuesday, and by Friday, 5 of them had sold or 7 of them had sold. She
Mhm.
was so excited, but it's all her stuff, like from her closet. But
Does she have the receipts?
she shops at thrift stores though, like because that's cool, right? It's cool to
Mhm.
shop at thrift stores and at the bins and stuff. So the receipts that she would have would be that, or she gets hand me downs from her sisters. You know, they all trade clothes. They do those clothing swaps. So she
Yeah.
wouldn't have receipts, and I think that that's the spirit of the thing that they want for
Mhm.
Depop.
Right.
So they're not going to have receipts for stuff like that. You
I
know,
get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Joe trade clothes too, so I understand that.
you
Yeah.
can buy the shirt off somebody's back at the concert, and they're not going to give you a receipt. Oh, well, I need a receipt in case I listen.
Yeah.
Could you please provide me a receipt?
I have a YouTube video footage
Don't
of
have a
me
receipt,
buying it
yeah.
off somebody.
Yeah.
I'm in grandma's closet picking
Yeah,
up her
exactly.
sweater that she gave me for free. Do you think grandma was going to give me a receipt?
Mhm.
I can maybe sell it on Depop 10 years from now?
Definitely not.
But I think the craziest thing is like, you know, obviously that's great content, right? Like, so immediately it's a YouTube video, and the comments and that we still get today that are like, just happened to me,
Same,
just happened to
same.
me, just happened to me, and it's like,
So many.
and you can't buy anymore either.
Yeah, you can't
So-
buy. And it's really I would source on Depop because their prices are really
Oh.
good.
Yeah.
But
And they kick you off and can't buy either. Wow.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
shut it down all the way. Yeah.
Mm.
We need to
I
get
have to
somebody on
see-
Depop on the podcast.
I
I'm gonna
agree,
do
you
some
should.
digging.
You do that, Ray. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Ray.
I'm gonna grill them heavily if you do. Like,
I'm gonna try.
I mean,
I'm gonna
I'm talking
try.
like 3-hour interrogation.
Well, then you just bum rush all these people that have been banned on Depop on and just confront them.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Have them all wait
Damn it.
you.
Yeah.
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 We could I think we could have like up to 20 people on StreamYard. So it's just like you get
Pull
1
them on
minute.
one at a time. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
You get 1 minute to.
Get that one
Yeah,
person
1
figured out and say, you know what? Just wait just a second.
It'd be like speed dating, but speed complaining. Like you have one,
Speed complaining.
And
I
we
think
were-
you invented something there, Brendan.
maybe.
Right.
And we were even more caught off guard because, like, when that month was to have ended, like, we were supposed to be, like, had hit their top tier, like, trusted seller, whatever it is. And I'm
Oh.
like, we were literally, like, 5 days from being a trusted seller to banned.
It's
And I'm
like,
like, wow, that
we can't trust
escalated
you anymore,
quickly.
Johnny. I'm sorry.
Your fall from grace was swift.
These Gucci boots are questionable.
Not only are you banned, we just don't trust you. Goodbye.
Yeah.
We don't trust you so much that we won't even let you buy anything over here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Your money is no good.
right.
Did you talk to a person or was it more like email back and
It was
forth?
email.
Mm.
It was email because we were like, really? And they're like, well, you have a history of this. And I'm like, the WNBA
snap.
jersey?
You have a
But
history.
email you sent, it's like not even real.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I'm looking to see their headquarters is in London. So I wonder if that's the reason why.
Mm.
I don't know. I mean,
Number of locations: London, Manchester, Milan, Los Angeles, and New York City.
Joe, do you sell on Depop?
I was saying before when we were talking before you got on that I want to get kicked off because I don't sell anything on Depop.
It's a rite of passage, really.
Joe, let's trade spots. You can be kicked off, and I'll get back on.
Yeah, there you go. You guys.
You're not a real reseller unless you've been kicked off.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Off of
Exactly.
Depop.
Speaking of getting kicked off, Brendan, you sell on Marketplace, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever been
Nah,
kicked off selling stuff on Marketplace?
I've gotten warnings for like fake stuff that wasn't fake.
Yeah, I've
Well,
been
I'm
kicked
not-
off twice where I had to make a whole new Facebook account, and because you can't once you're kicked off, they're like, sorry, there's
Right.
no customer service, and it was Coach purses that I know I bought from Coach for Nicole, and she's like, yeah, I don't want this anymore, and they're like, fake.
Did you have a receipt?
That's crazy.
Well,
You gotta
yeah, I-
Find it. You gotta stand outside Coach with it, and then like take the picture.
So I've been kicked off Marketplace twice and had to start new Facebook accounts just so I can sell
That's
stuff.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Can
Do you
you?
think it was people just trying to scam you, like saying that this is a fake bag? Did they send it back to you?
No, that's just it. They were just listed,
It was a
and
Marketplace.
Oh, they were
somebody
listed.
just was. You can report listings.
Mm.
It's like crazy because
Well-
like I'll see somebody post a broken toilet to be funny, and I'm like, and this is you're okay with that listing, but my Coach purse that I'm, like I saw once a guy posted his wife passed out drunk on a floaty, saying he's trying to sell her. Saying, "Oh, it's good at cooking, but you got to deal with this once in a while."
That's
And I'm like,
something you would have done.
Facebook is okay with this? I'm like,
Human trafficking is okay, but
Yeah,
Yeah, like this is
you can't
okay,
sell a
but
Coach
not.
first. But some guy can try and sell his wife. I'm like,
yeah, but don't sell concert tickets because
Yeah, right.
Do it.
right? Exactly, right?
No, I've seen that too, where like somebody took like 2 bites out of a sandwich and then tried to put like for $5 on there. And, like, it's like what you let that fly, but I'm selling fake lotion or whatever.
though, one of
Yeah.
my favorite pastimes on Marketplace, this is when you're a reseller, because this is your pastime. You enjoy looking at listings for my favorites are work boots and mirrors.
Mirrors, yeah.
Mirrors, yeah.
But I challenge all of you to start looking at the work boots listings, even on like other marketplaces, eBay and stuff. The background, I mean, the boots might be fine, but the backgrounds you'll just be like, I can't believe you put that on the internet.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say with mirrors, you can see like not,
yeah.
it won't be
This is
directly,
literally,
but
It's so hard though.
It is so hard.
sometimes you can see in the frames. Like I've seen it before. Like people are like naked taking pictures. Of
Yeah.
I saw an old guy in his tidy whities taking a picture of the mirror.
Look at this one.
Whoa.
Good try.
Good try. Good try.
It is.
See, the one with the oval where all you're looking at like down the street. I don't want to look at your dryer. I don't want some of them are just really, really funny. The
I'm gonna
The
get
dog one is nice.
Yeah.
that
Oh,
one
it's
is
a video.
That's a video. If I sell a mirror, I'm gonna get like one of those like mirrors that hang on the door. I'm gonna like hang it in front of my face, so it's like when I'm taking the picture, it's a mirror against a mirror.
It's Inception.
Or a
Is
mask.
there an Instagram page that's just dedicated to people trying to sell mirrors? Because I just want to see like all those collages.
Right?
There
I'm
was a
sure it's out
Facebook
there.
Page that had like bad Facebook market listings, but I can't find it anymore. I was on it and people would post like, look at what this person posted, and
Yeah.
I cannot.
They probably got banned.
Instead of being
Depop
the
banned
people
it.
of Walmart, it's going to be the listings of Marketplace.
Mm,
Yes.
I love that.
There we
People
go,
with their-
Brendan. Let's
people with
start
their-
that page.
Their filthy toenails and stuff like that.
Oh, no. There are things that, like, a friend of mine said that they wanted a bearskin rug. So they were looking on Marketplace for this bearskin rug. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I would look there because they're expensive, right? And he wanted bearskin rug. Had a cabin up in the mountains somewhere. I was like, bearskin rug, gotta have it. So they
With
showed
the
me
head
this.
and the paws and everything.
Which their thing, not mine. But they sent me this listing on eBay of this bearskin rug over the top of like a kitchen table, and in the background, it was like kind of a fuzzy picture, but in the background, I'm looking at their kitchen cabinets and the stuff that was on the counter, and all I could think about were all the bugs that were on the counter and all of the like dirty dishes that were there and the stuff that was like dripping down the cabinets. That rug is disgustingly dirty.
Oh.
Also has bugs in it. I was like, you don't want this. You don't want this in your house. So it didn't occur to them.
Just burn it at that point.
Yes.
You're just like, my bear rug has fleas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad
Yeah,
bugs.
he's like, it's such a good price. I was like, it's
Like,
That's
sorry,
please,
I didn't.
no, don't get it. It's so bad.
I forgot to deflea the bear before I killed it. My bad.
Yeah, you're gonna just fumigate it before you even open the package.
Yeah,
It's
right.
terrible.
Wow.
Joe, you were talking about the Coach purses earlier. Is that not the most ruthless group?
Oh yeah.
The coach people are ruthless, like the collectors.
Even worse than
Really?
the Ray Dunn people.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, if I would say, yeah.
Yeah. The live laugh lovers are a dangerous bunch.
Is Ray Dunn still a thing? Like, it's still like collectible or?
I don't know.
It's weird.
Depending on who you are, Beanie Babies are still a thing. So, I mean, I'm sure that it's a thing.
I sold Beanie Babies a few weeks ago.
What kind did you sell?
It was a lot. Like I helped that person do the storage unit clean out.
Oh, right.
and
Yeah.
It was like 35 of them, and I'm like, all right, here. I did like $25, and somebody offered me 20, and I'm like, yep,
Get 'em
see you
out of
later.
Yep, gone.
Yep.
I don't blame
Pay
you.
the shipping.
Okay, so I found a mirror one. We were up north. I don't know, and I was looking at Marketplace, and this is a good one. It's pretty creepy, but Ray, make my
Oh,
Oh,
that's terrifying.
Gosh.
Oof.
Joe,
I
don't
almost
you
thought
have
it
that
was, I almost thought it was Brendan at first, but
Is that not Joe? Is that not you, Joe?
you know, that's
I was going to
Same
say,
with-
you
same-
have that outfit.
I feel like I feel like I need to throw holy water on my laptop.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
right.
Sage it when it comes in.
Yeah.
I need an old priest and a young priest.
What?
Oh.
So you guys are talking about the crazy coach people. So I don't know about the crazy coach people. Tell me a little more about crazy coach people.
Well, you're in that Facebook group.
Yeah, but I like that Facebook group.
Well, yeah, but when they
She's not
think
gonna
like
out
the
them.
second,
Yeah, but
the
we want to
second
like
that
that.
they have any
I mean,
kind
we
of
don't. You don't
hint-
have to tell us about the Facebook group.
But-
Just tell us.
No, there's a Facebook. No, it's an amazing group. They're a little crazy in the group, but the group is good. It's called Coach Counterfeits on Facebook, and every time I find a Coach bag, like say at the bins, I just take pictures of the bag and I submit it in that group, and they'll tell me right away instantly
Oh,
if it's
yeah.
real or if it's fake.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're very helpful when you find a Coach. Very helpful.
Yeah, if
They
they're
are
on your,
ruthless.
yeah.
They are ruthless.
Like if they get a hint that someone has a fake coach listing, they're just like, all right, group, here's the listing.
Attack.
Like, charge.
Attack.
Yeah, it's just
Oh
like
my
news team assemble,
Yeah.
and they just like
That's how I got kicked out of Marketplace then.
That's probably
Mm.
Joe, they were plotting on you, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
they were praying for
I
your
think that was
downfall.
Mhm.
The Louis Vuitton groups can be like that too. Like they're very helpful. If you find one, you think, okay, I'll send it to them and they'll tell me. That way I can decide whether or not I want to send it to authentication and spend the
Mhm.
money for it. But you're right. If you have one that's fake, they will just brutally attack
Hmm.
you.
This is so obviously a fake. How do you know?
Yeah. Mm.
I
It's
can
Coach
see
like
that though,
the
because
keyboard
you know,
warrior.
people send me, you know, like we have a Pokemon group, and they're like, "Is this real?" And everyone's like, "So real, so fake, so fake, so fake. Do not buy. So fake, so fake."
Don't they say
So-
that on all listings though? I mean, even if there's one that you actually bought in France at Louis Vuitton, had it initials put in your name, you have the receipt, you'll post it on there and you'll get 50 of
Oh,
them.
yeah.
It was so fake.
Fake.
That is
Fake.
obviously
Yeah.
fake. I can't believe it's fake. Yeah.
So true.
No, I
that
think
was
they
the
just
cool
do
thing
that
about
all.
when she found that Chanel purse and like put it in our story, and just everyone that's like, sorry,
Fake,
not.
fake, fake.
Oh,
Yeah. I found a pair of ballet flats, Chanel ballet flats. Same thing.
Ooh.
Everybody's like, that's not true. That can't happen. You staged that. You made that up. I'm like, no. Be happy for me. Can you just be happy for me?
mhm.
Ray in your group, they'll be like, "Is this a real Pokemon card?" And it'll be like this.
Right? Yeah, yeah. They, you know, we used to go to the Amazon bins all the time, and you know, we found iPhones. Like, there's one video that we did where someone, not me, but someone there found a brand new MacBook, still sealed and everything in the box. And so just the comments of those videos was like, staged, not real. Like, y'all need to quit scamming people. I'm like, how are we scamming people?
People get jealous, man. They don't nothing to do but hate.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, for
Well.
sure. Well, I get excited when people find that stuff. I mean, a little jealous,
Oh,
but
of course.
Oh, for sure.
excited for them because for crying out loud, little wins, people. Everybody needs a
Yeah.
little win. Good for
Mhm.
them.
Especially
hope-
when it's like all the way across the country, and it's like you weren't gonna go to
Yeah,
that
like-
store that
Right.
day.
You're
Like,
never gonna find it. Yeah.
I mean, even if I'm at the same bins as somebody else that just pulled out, the Chanel bags, if you were with me, I would have been so happy for you. I would want to throat punch you, but I am so happy for you.
So when I found that, and I really, this was in the morning. It was probably one of the first rotations. It was in the morning when I found that, and I really thought just the feel of it felt real. Feel it. I immediately checked out and left. I was like, okay. I'm
done.
checking out and I'm leaving. Yeah. I'm done for the day.
It was like, run home, Charlie, run home.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you missed the other 5 that got.
Exactly. That's true. I thought of that too. I'm like, all this stuff.
And she's like, and I got home.
Pay for it, put it in your car, go back in.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You become instantly paranoid that now everyone's gonna break into my car. I
didn't show anybody because I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I do that.
Take a breath.
I do that at the bins if I find like a good vintage shirt or like a hat, because like people will take it out of your cart.
Yeah.
I will. Like they will, like especially those kids that we were talking about earlier. They will do that. So
those Megadeth kids.
I'll go. Yeah. I'll go buy it. I'll go buy it real quick and then come back in.
Have you ever had anything stolen out of anybody's carts at the bins? Kristen, you've had somebody steal your cart?
I've had people in my bag and on the back of my bag, but I had a Pendleton, like really nice Pendleton blanket, like king size special edition. I had it all folded up and in the bottom of my cart, but as I was bringing stuff back to my cart, people were in there like unrolling it, looking at it. I was like, excuse me, that's my stuff. So I left whenever they were digging through my cart. I was like, this is good enough that I need to go put it away. I can't leave it sitting out anymore. It happens a lot.
See, now I'm walking around and I'm putting stuff in people's cart.
Yeah, we do that sometimes.
All the aggressive
people,
dude. Yeah. I've told you those stories where at the Amazon bins we find certain toys, and we will always play games and like throw them in people's bag. Just throw them in people's bags.
Where did this come from?
Yeah, they go to check out. Yeah, it's like that's not mine. I swear.
I find it for a friend.
I feel like there was like a TikTok or something where like there was a girls' trip and somebody put one in one of the girls' suitcases. So when TSA, they opened it.
That's so bad.
It was. Yeah, I did see that. I've seen that before. Yeah.
That's so bad.
But yeah, with the people who are like overly aggressive at the bins, we'll just start to just drop stuff in their bin to fill it for them. Like if you're gonna just attack everything, like you can have it.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever
Kristen, you weren't on last week, but we had Chris Flip the World on. He was telling me there's rival gangs in the bins.
Yeah. I believe that. Where he's at, sure. In Jacksonville, Illinois, no. But there's a Red Hat Society.
Yeah. They said at one point they had to have, I guess they were feuding too bad, and they had to have like the bosses came together and like had a meeting.
Like the Dons at the table.
Yeah, like the Dons came together and had a meeting. So
was it like the West Side Story and they were just all like
yeah,
exactly.
It was like Beat It, where they all got together and now everybody's happy.
So
the racks and the bins are feuding.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You're not supposed to be in the bins, racks.
Yeah.
They are right. I guess you never get to a point where it's that serious ever. Yeah. Never get to like it's just clothes and hats or whatever.
No, I was there in Vegas one time. I saw somebody get kicked out, and he was like fighting back. He's like, "I'm not leaving." No, you really should. You really should.
You're leaving, sir.
It's not that big of a deal.
No, it's not.
For him, it is. For him, it was.
Yeah.
Well, our bins they'll ban you for 2 days, and then they just come back. Like
yeah.
They'll ban you for 2 days.
Mm-hmm. They're like, don't come back for 48 hours.
Well, they banned a physical altercation happened, and they banned each of them for a month.
Oh, a month.
So,
yeah.
They do pick and choose, whatever.
I don't know if I could go a month without the bins. After 2 weeks,
right?
In Denver,
what happened?
Mustache.
You just couldn't go into that like immediately into the rotation.
Yeah, right.
What happened there that they got kicked out for a month?
So it was when the shoe bins go crazy. And so when the shoe bins come out, they, I think one of them had a shoe underneath his arm and the other guy had the other shoe. And so the other guy that had the other shoe jerked it away from his arm and the guy turned around and slammed him in the head. So they got banned.
What do you do in that instance? You flip a coin? Like if you have the mate?
Yeah.
Like who gets what?
I had that like a couple weeks ago, and it wasn't like it was an okay pair of shoes, but I was like, and I saw somebody had theirs first, so I just gave it to him. Like I don't care, it's not that big of a deal.
Most of the time, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's usually whoever has the coin and does the flip, and if you have the coin and you're flipping, then the other person calls. Usually that's how I've seen it work, but
that's why you get a coin with two heads. Flip it. I
need to plan that better. Yeah. Carry one with me.
Or
a dice,
you can
like
do
a
what
weighted
we
die.
do.
What do you do?
Loaded dice?
We just tried to stay there longer than they do, so they finally give up and just.
Just like sitting against the wall.
I'm not leaving.
I can be here all day, buddy.
I got all the time in the world.
All the time in the world.
Go home.
I'll wait right
nothing
here
else
for
to
those $30 shoes.
I'll spend 4 hours
And
here
then
for
you
these
and then
30.
you get their shoe and it's falling apart, and you're like, oh, I didn't want those.
I guess it
Yeah.
really does depend on how much the item is worth. If it's
I
like
never
a
win the
bin,
flip.
If it's like 50 or less, I'll just give it to them.
Yeah,
If
it's not
that
like
big of a deal.
good shoe that I can get $100 or more for, I am waiting or I'm flipping.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Would you ever pay the person to get the other pair?
I have paid before.
Really?
I have paid, yeah. I have offered to pay too a person, but sometimes they say no.
Yeah.
And then we just take the one shoe home with us and throw it
Out of spite.
Throw it at 'em, out of spite.
Who's
We're
the
not,
winner
we're
now?
not above being petty.
Here's my number. Let me know if you change your mind. A-hole.
Have you ever found a shoe that was so good, brought it home, and then found it like a day or two later?
We have done that too. Still, yeah.
We did. It was probably a year ago. We did a YouTube video where you found a Rothy shoe.
It was a short. I did a story,
Mhm.
or a short or something. I found a Rothy, and then somebody was at the bins the next day and messaged us on IG and said, "I found the other Rothy." And I couldn't get to the bins that day, so I had her hide it for me. So I got there the next day and got it.
I was gonna say that's when you guys come together like the Dons and have a meeting.
Yeah. You come
Right?
together.
Meaning
It's
of the
in the pop
Rothy's.
machine.
Now, do you owe that person like a favor?
I think we shouted her out, but no.
You know what I mean?
She
It's
wasn't
like one of
from
those
there.
things.
With our
So,
6 subscribers.
Because I know when we're digging through the Amazon bins, sometimes it's like, okay, I don't want this, I'll give it to a person, or vice versa. And then so like next time I find something that they're looking for, they're like, okay, here you go. You know what I mean? It's like because they know it's like, okay, I'm looking for this particular thing, you're looking for that particular thing. We can come together and
It starts over every day.
Ray, how do you keep track of that?
you just kind of, it's
Do they
like on
take
the honor
pictures of
system
the
kind
guy?
of thing.
See, I got proof. I gave you that.
I guess I
gave
think
you
for the
that
regulars,
pickleboard paddle.
for the regulars, I think the regulars all do that.
Exactly.
Like the vintage bros, yeah. Like if I throw things to them all the time that I don't sell, and they'll throw stuff back to me. Yeah, we work.
So
together.
you're like in cahoots with the vintage bros now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's got this whole town just in lockdown.
No.
Wrapped around
No,
at
but
Rizzy's
it's-
finger.
we don't look
He's
for
the Don.
It's the Don.
Yeah.
She doesn't even put her arms through her peacoat. It just they're draped over her shoulders, and she
That's why it's-
Red
She
carpet.
comes into
rolls out.
the bins. Everyone
It
straightens
moves
up.
out
They're
the
like,
way.
yeah.
Excuse me,
She's
sir.
here. She's here.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah, she-
She didn't speak. It's just all hand motions and everything.
She's
You
here.
decide when the new rotations happen, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
right.
At the snap of a finger.
But it is,
Right.
if you go there often, it is almost like you work with these people because you see
Yeah.
them all the time. So it's like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Your coworkers.
yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, you do get to be friends with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love
Yeah,
it.
it's like I said before, it's like Cheers. He just walks in and you're just like, oh.
Well, we see each other all the time.
Yeah.
So it's
And when there are new people there, you're like,
who is that?
Yeah.
what do they want?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that look. I've received it many times.
That's
mean,
how
that
I
was
feel
the
when I
look-
go to other bins too. I'm like, oh no, I'm that person.
Yeah. Do
Nobody
you remember when everyone looked at us when we went to the Nashville bins? When we
Yeah.
went in there?
Yeah, because we came in with so many people
Like,
at one time.
yeah, they're like, oh no,
Yep.
this is
Do they
trouble.
let you film in the Nashville bins?
No, I almost got
Yes.
thrown out.
Kristen does because she's like low key.
I film in the Nashville bins 2 or 3 times. Yeah.
Nah,
Kristen has a glass. She has a camera in her red glasses.
mhm.
No.
I mean, I walked in with the GoPro, the big case and everything, and so I was like,
yeah,
wasn't
you're
trying
a
to hide
dead
it.
giveaway. Yeah.
but I didn't know that you couldn't film in there.
Yeah, there's no sign.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know, like
I
some
think there's a
bins are
sign there
very
now.
picky about it and some aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phoenix was really bad about it. Kansas City made announcements. You can't
Ve-
film in here. You need to turn your camera off or we'll ask you to leave.
I wonder
Vegas too.
why,
Vegas is
because
like that
it's
too.
free advertising for them.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand why they wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
That's
They
when you
told
just
us
put on
not
your
to.
meta glasses.
They told us not to one time, well, a couple of times in Denver, but we have a note from on their letterhead that says, no, they can film. We want them to film. So I think
What
it
do you
depends.
mean on a letterhead? Like you got like permission?
Yep.
Where do you get permission from?
The offices that they have offices also in addition to just like, how sometimes you think it's a donation center and it's not, it's their training centers and stuff like that.
Mhm.
They've got offices there and regional directors or something would write a note that says, no, let them film.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really.
I
see
might
a
have
big
to look
deal.
into that once everyone comes in April. See if I can get like a written.
You need to be working on that now because it takes
Yeah.
Or,
time.
or
that
just
would be-
Google who the director is and make a fake one. And be like, oh, yeah, no, Steve said it's
got it
not
right
a problem.
here.
I got a letter here.
My man Steve.
Well, if you can hook it up like Josh did for FlipCon to where you got the whole place to yourself an hour before they open, that's
there
the
you
way to
go.
go.
Yeah,
That
no
would be
no pressure, Ray.
I don't think
That
that's
was
gonna happen.
That's crazy.
I think you can make it happen. But you need to get on it now for next year, I think.
Yes.
Ray's gonna be there like the day before the meetup starts. Hey, just wondering, we can be here.
Just to let you know.
He's trying to get on the board of directors so that he can have some sway, have some
Yeah,
pull
there you
out.
go.
That's what you need.
I think that's the next thing we're going to do for our YouTube channel is I'm going to take a part-time job at the Goodwill and just secretly record my workday and all behind the scenes. And then by the time they catch on and fire me, there's got to be enough great content in there to last
Yeah.
a little while.
Get that list that they put out every day that says
Oh, yeah.
what brands they're looking for.
Yeah.
We're
There's so
fortunate
many-
that Time and True is on the list in our area. And
George.
Well,
I got the
good
number to
for
the corporate
you.
office. I'm looking at it right here.
There you
All right.
go.
I'm gonna make a call.
Sure.
I'm gonna make a call today.
Making moves right here.
I'm gonna make a call today.
Let's just do it
Ray,
right
I
now.
will
Ray.
say-
Just do it right now.
Yeah,
Call 'em
alive.
up.
oh,
Yep.
yeah.
All right, let's call him up,
Put him
ladies
on
and gentlemen.
speaker.
Here we go.
Put them on speaker.
Put him on
This is after
speaker.
dark. Come on, Ray.
I'm
Ray,
calling him
I
up
do give
right
you
now.
credit for putting an event together like this, because just based off of the Facebook messages and everything that are in there, like, God bless you, sir.
Well, I have a lot of help. So these three goons are helping me a lot, and a lot of.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. In the messenger, in the Nashville meetup, people asking questions, have some common sense. Have some common sense. Don't ask questions we can't answer. We're not.
Mother?
We don't
Yes,
know-
ma'am. Hi, my name is Ray Solorio, and I live here in the Nashville area. And I actually have I have a question, and I also have I'm having a reseller get together in the end of April. I'm actually curious. We're all going to go to the Goodwill Bins, the one in Berry Hill. Is there filming allowed there, or is there not? I'm just really confused about that question.
I will have to get you over there to the store and
Okay.
you can talk to the manager. And that's where you're going to the Goodwill and Cockrell Bend or Berry Road.
The Berry Road location, but I didn't know if there was like is it per bins they make that decision, or is it just like a
Per pound.
say that again?
It's per pound.
She said
I get that.
So I
But the what filming, is it per the store location that makes that rule, or is it just the corporate, like all under the same umbrella, has the same rules for every one of the bins?
can get you over to our marketing department and they can answer that question also for you.
That would be amazing. Thank you so much for your help.
Let me see. Social and do. Let me get you over to Alexis. If not, you can explain to her if she answered, or just leave your name and number, and she will give you a call back.
Perfect. And her name was Alexis, you said?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And what was your name?
This is the contact center.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I appreciate your help.
All right, let me transfer you over to like.
Who would name their kid Contact Center?
It's a family name.
Everybody's going to be calling Alexis here.
Yeah. If anybody wants to call the Goodwill corporate office, the number is 615-742-4151. Ladies and gentlemen. So, it's public knowledge over here, Kristen. Anybody can look up
Ask
the
for
number.
Alexis.
Ask for Alexis.
Or Contact
Or
Center.
contact center.
Tell him Ray said hi.
Yes. Oh.
Send you the voicemail.
No one is available to take your call. At the tone, please record your message. When you
Well, he's
finish
going to give
recording,
everybody
you may
his
hang
phone
up
number
or
now.
press the pound key for more options.
Hey Alexis, this is Ray Solorio. I'm actually have a couple questions for you. I'm actually having a reseller event at the end of April. It's April 25th through the 27th. On the 26th, I have some people coming and digging through your Goodwill bins. So I have two different questions. One, would it be possible for us to maybe go there earlier or stay there later, maybe do a little VIP experience? And then two, is it possible for us to film, because we have people with millions of different followers and influencers coming. So I think it would be amazing if we could film there, maybe give you guys some publicities since you're in the marketing agency. So I would love to get your input, and give me a call back at your convenience. My name is Ray Solorio again, 615.
I wondered if he was going to like.
Here, I know Ray's number. I'll just say it for it right now since he's not pushing it off. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Joel, finish it off.
I almost didn't think of that all the way through.
I just said it while you had it on mute, Ray. I just told them the rest of the numbers. So
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
We're covered. We're covered.
Yeah. Everyone call Alexis, 615-742-4151, everybody.
Or
So-
contact
you
center.
get
if you want.
bombarded
Yeah,
now.
or
Should
the
be
contact center.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place to end it. What do you guys say?
We're good.
Yeah, Alexis
So-
is putting in
Yeah,
her notice right now.
Yeah. So
Thanks for effort.
Johnny, Lizzie, thank you all so much. Thank you for having fun
Thank
with
you,
us. I
guys.
do
Thank
greatly
you.
appreciate it. And make sure
Appreciate it.
you follow them, on all their social media channels. MySpace, Friendster, Zynga, all the good ones. We'll link them down below. And make sure you follow. Johnny, is the podcast every week?
Yeah, every week, Finders Flippers Resell podcast on
There
YouTube.
we go. On YouTube. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so much, Lizzie. Thank you so much, Johnny. Anything else for the people?
No, we're good. We appreciate you
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again at the end of April. It's going to be fun. Hopefully our girl Alexis will get us straightened out.
Dude, she
So-
better.
She better.
She better, man.
We got
So-
the dawn of Goodwill. And
That's
whatever
right.
come
I should have threw your name out there. So,
This just walks
There you
in
go.
and they'll be like,
Well,
Well,
you
and
said that
we'll bring our
millions of-
millions of followers.
yeah, influencers, you know.
yeah. Hey, I mean, we probably do
Collectively.
commutatively, you know? Yeah. So, guys, my name is Ray,
I'm Kristen.
I'm Joe.
I'm Brandon.
and we
You're Frizzy.
will
Catch
see you on
you.
the flip side. See y'all. God bless.
Bye.
Peace.